All right, let's get everybody in.
Hey, James. How you doing?
Hey, Vicky.
Hi. Oh, hey, Nellie. Ooh, you look
How
so
are
good.
you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hi,
Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
hello.
Hey, son.
Hello,
Welcome,
everyone.
everyone. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hope everybody's
Hey,
doing
Carol.
well.
I like your hair, Carol.
Yeah, Carol got a new hairstyle.
Oh, you look like a teenager. I was like, who is the teenager in there? It was Carol.
My Atlanta look, chica.
Oh, getting ready.
You're blushing.
That's right. I got to go do my hair for Atlanta, too.
All right. Are you gonna get bangs?
No, I think I might just get a little wrap,
Go for it. Go for it.
Kind of lay it down a little bit.
I think Stanley, I'll do a matching one if you do it.
I like it. Okay, cool. Now I won't be alone. We in there. All right. So, hey, Jatan, Ina, Blasi, Sylvia. Got Donna, Anita, Linda, Nellie, Ricky, Viviana.
Everybody.
Hello. Hello.
We got Katie on the phone.
Hello, Katie.
Hi.
Welcome. All right. Let's see how many more folks we got coming in. I'm ready to get started. I'm excited. I can't hold this in.
All right.
Awesome. All right.
Stanley, if you can unmute. Sorry, I muted you.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Good evening again to everybody. Welcome. Tonight we'll be discussing element 6 in our healthy family group here. So thank you all for being here. Hopefully you had a chance to go through your life book and get some points that you gleaned that were beneficial, that stood out to you. But a little bit about myself. My name is Stanley Taylor. I go by Stan. It doesn't matter. Stan, Stanley, either one. I've been on program since January 17th. Before I was on program, I was 293 pounds. That was the heaviest I had ever been. I wasn't happy. I wasn't comfortable in my skin. I was ashamed. I let go. I had a terrible relationship with food, and it was hard to kind of overcome that. There was just some other emotional things attached to that as well that I couldn't quite separate so that I could just break things down. But I saw my coach, Sylvia. I saw Sylvia posting up on Facebook, and I said, man, I need to know what she's doing. Is this for real? Is this, what is going on? What is Sylvia doing? And so she sat down with me. She did a health assessment, and I said, okay, I'll give it a try. I trusted Sylvia. I trust her. I'm not going to say trusted like in past tense. I still trust her now. But so she gave me the information. I said, I'll give it a try. I gave it a try, and I haven't looked back. I'm still on program. I'm still on the 5 and 1. And life has changed. My relationships are better. My mood is better. I sleep better. I'm eating better, obviously. I've lost about 68 pounds, and I'm excited. I'm excited. It's been good to me. And the journey is still going to continue, especially after what we're going to discuss tonight. Kind of just opens me up to a little more clarity of things when we talk about healthy weight. And so now what I've chosen to do, like your coaches, is to pay it back, pay it forward. I've chosen to help others to join the journey with me. And that helps me because that helps me with accountability. And it makes it fun when you're not on this journey by yourself. So when you have people you can talk to and share these things with, share recipes, just share encouraging things with, it really motivates us to keep going, and, it opens up financial aspects as well. As you know, what the trilogy is: healthy mind, healthy body, healthy finances. So that's my story. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. I won't change it. I won't change it. But we're here to talk about element number 6, your path to a healthy weight. Your path to a healthy weight. So what does that mean for you? Think about that word path. Let that word stick in your brain. Let it stay there. In this element, we're going to talk about 3 things rather. Set a goal to help you reach a healthy weight as part of a lifelong transformation. Explore the phases of weight management. Determine where you are. That's important. Determine where you are and learn new habits to begin creating your healthy weight. You know, a lot of times people talk about diets. Did you know you could create? Now, first of all, let's get that word out of here. We're only going to talk about it a little bit. We won't give too much attention to it because this is not a diet that we're doing. Diets. Did you know that diets, you can create a habit with diet? Did anybody catch that? That habit with dieting is called insanity. Why is it insanity? Because diets don't help us address the overall issue. It's like putting on a Band-Aid. You know, you just try to fix it up instead of taking your car to the shop to get it actually repaired by a mechanic. You throw some duct tape on a hose that's leaking. And that's only going to last you so long, right? Then you're back at square one with your whatever the breakdown is with your car. So same thing with diets. Diets is just a routine of you lose weight, you get bored, and then you go back to the weight you were at. We want to avoid that. And I appreciate Optavia, this transformational system, because the information that we're able to get, I mean, it's very valuable. It's very valuable as compared to what other people pay to get this kind of knowledge. So in this element, as we see on page 152, it's all about creating a healthy weight. The question there at the top, it says, how do you create a healthy weight? But the answer is in the question. You have to create. You have to take action. You have to start somewhere. You can say what you want to do, where you want to be, but action is required. And that's what we're going to do. In the last 5 elements, it really helped us to see how we could, if we were set up with proper motivation, getting a clear understanding of where we are currently in our health and well-being. So that was the well-being evaluation. It mentioned some things such as you will now understand the creative process, how you, can take those desired outcomes and place them in a structural tension chart. And we'll discuss that a little later because that's pretty cool too. And that's a reminder as well that we want to create. So, and then it was determined what the secondary choices are. So the secondary choices that will take us to our desired outcome. And then we use the habit loop daily to get those desired outcomes. So knowing where you are going from the start is important. You know, we don't want to just jump in and say, okay, I'm ready to go. You already have to have a plan. That includes determination. So 45 million individuals in the U.S., they go on that diet. They do that diet thing. But again, it's insanity. But the thing about diets is really driven by people's emotions. It's driven by emotions. And they're triggered by a negative consequence of the way we look, the way our clothes fit, external pressure from those around us, or some potential looming medical disease. So something triggers those emotions to say, you know what, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. But then what do? We go to these fads, the latest things that's being advertised on TV. And again, it's insanity. Because once that's done, you get bored and you're looking for the next thing after you've gained all the weight you've lost back, if you lost any weight. Moving on to page 154. So this is where it gets good. So we start to see how we can create our path, how we can create our own lane. Let's look at it like that. We can create our own lane. And it all starts with 3 things. There are 3 different measurements that can help us to improve weight management. So the weight management phase, we see the chart there in that box. There's 4 different phases, but we all start. So we all start either overweight or obese. That's where we start. That's what motivates us to want to come and make a lifestyle change. So just for me, if you could just drop in the chat if you can, what phase are you currently in? I'm still in phase 1. I'm still in the weight loss phase. But just in the chat, drop what phase you're in. So The first measurement that we could use to know how we can create this healthy lifelong transformation, body mass index, BMI. We've all heard of that, right? It's called the gold standard on page 155. And when we combine that with our waist circumference, we'll talk about that next because that's one of the measurements. You get an accurate assessment of whether you're at a healthy weight. So a lot of times in our minds, we'll say, you know what? And we probably could think back to when we did our health assessment. What were we asked? You know, what's a healthy weight to you, right? What's a healthy weight? I said 220, but now I'm like, well, I need to go down lower. But the chart there on 155, body mass index chart, BMI, simple, isn't it? All you have to do, okay, find your height, and then you kind of go over to see what your weight should be. That's pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. If you notice there, going back to page 154, right by phase 2, it has BMI on there as well. So we want to be at somewhere around less than 25. And as far as body fat is concerned, which is another measurement for men, it'll be 18%, females 25% body fat. And then waist circumference for men should be 37 inches and then females 31.5 inches. So this was very helpful to me because I said, okay, now I know what my targets are. But, you know, it's not always easy to measure your BMI. So what you can do, there's different devices you can use. I'll mention those later. So now the next measurement, waist circumference. So this is another good measurement that we can use that we want to put into practice. This evaluates the visceral or organ fat accumulation, and it's a very good indicator if your extra fat poses a health challenge. So this is good as well. How do we correctly do the waist circumference measurement? Well, you get the guidance there. So you stand in place, a tape measure around your middle, just above your hip bones. Make sure the tape is horizontal around, squeeze it until you can't breathe. Don't do that, but just squeeze it just enough where it's touching on the skin. And then you measure your waist just after you breathe out. So you breathe out, you know, the belly kind of comes out a little bit, and that's your measurement right there. So you want to take that and see where you at. So let's say, you know what, Stanley, I don't have that type of tape measurement. That's fine. Get a shoestring, get a cord, get an old telephone extension cord, get something that you can wrap around yourself and take that and put that along a measuring tape. So that way you know where you're at. Because again, the health risks are present if you're over 37 inches or for men, and then if you're over 31.5 for women. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, body fat. Now, this one, it says it's optional, but it's good to know. Now, the reason why it's optional, because it's not always easy to measure this one. Tracking body fat, you have to have an accurate source. So I recommend going on to most likely like Amazon and type in a bod pod or a DEXA, DEXA. Or if you know somebody that knows how to measure that, you can do that. But go in there. I have a scale. I bought a scale. So the one I stand on, it gives me all of that, you know, my weight. And I like it because usually I send, I send Sylvia when it's time to weigh in, I send her my picture with my weight, and it shows how much weight I've lost, BMI. It shows all of that information. And so just go on Amazon and search for, you could type in, I typed in DEXA just to see what would come up, and a lot of different scales came up. So I recommend that if you really want to get down into it and really take control and create your path to a healthy weight and check your body fat, look into that. But we see the chart here, another chart. Charts are good for us, aren't they? So these are references for us so we know where we should be at. And so for a male, so I did for myself, my body fat should be at about 11 to 20% for normal healthy fat, for normal body fat rather. So use this chart. It's broken down by male and female. And we don't want to be under fat. And on the other chart, we don't want to be underweight. We want to be normal. So what is normal? Well, these charts kind of give us a general idea, and we can kind of work from there. And then we have some great information, again, going back to where you are currently in your journey, what phase are you currently in? Page 158 and 159 really breaks down the phases and it breaks down the measurements. So again, another reference that we can use. On 159, it says the general guidelines for healthy weight is a body mass index of 24.9 and a waist circumference of 32.5 for women or less than 37 for a man. Having a healthy fat composition is also important. It is age dependent. So some of these things does depend on our age as well. And for a general guideline, what we're going to do here is just to lower the body fat to less than 25%. That's a general guideline. So we want to be less than 25%. And each phase is broken down. Did you know there were four stages? 4 stages is great. If you were with us, longevity was covered. And of course, as we go through this, we'll cover it again. So page 160, you get to break it down. You get to start creating your journey. Where are you currently at? Write those numbers in there. Put those numbers in that chart. Know where you're at. If you haven't done it, I recommend that you do it. The phase you're currently in is just that. I like when I read that. It's just that. It's just a phase. This is where you're at. And we're going places, right? We're going to go places. So don't get caught up on an absolute number. Oh, I got to get to this number. Don't get caught up on that. Don't get caught up on that. Things will start to get more clear as your journey continues. And so, I wrote down information for myself. So this is a good worksheet for you because it helps you to know where you're at and different things that you can do. On 161 rather, creating your first structural tension chart. So what is the structural tension chart? That's your current reality, where you currently are, your secondary choices. What choices are you going to start implementing so that you can get to your desired results, which is the third part of your structural tension? You can see that on page 162. So more information for you to fill in. And that's good because again, if you don't have the life book out, I want you to go get it. But it's just that. It's your life book. So that's why you're going to write in here. That's why you're going to read. It's not someone else's life. This is not someone else's journey. My journey is not your journey. Your journey is not mine, but we're all here to support each other. We're all here to support each other. So in summary, it should be much clearer to you now how you can create a healthy weight without going on a diet. Throw that word out the window. If someone says to you, how's your diet going? Or you know what? I know you don't call it a diet, but it's a diet anyway. You know what? Find something nice to say. Just find something nice to say. But no, advocate for yourself. No, I have a coach and I'm here to, I'm making healthy choices. I'm learning healthy habits, not for a temporary purpose, but for a lifelong, longevity if possible, but for a lifelong transformation. A path, your path is going to go as far as you take it. There's no end unless you put one there. Diets have an end. We're not going to end this journey. We're trying to optimize our health here. The encouragement, I like the last sentence under summary. Remember to review this often. Review your structural tension chart often, but this lesson, review it often. 3 things we want to focus on: building health, the structural tension, and then what our healthy weight is and what we need to do to get there. So that's what these are all the things that I appreciated. This is a really, really, really good element, and I appreciated it. It really boosted me up to make sure I'm staying on track. I've had some rough patches here, been struggling with these 220s lately. Good things have happened, bad things have happened. So it's been a struggle. And that's me being candid, because this is a healthy, happy family right here. So what did you appreciate? I'd like to hear from you. What did you appreciate? What are your takeaways from element 6? And be sure to talk to your coaches as well about some of those things. Share that with your coach. But what did you appreciate? You can raise your physical hand. Okay, let's go with Carol.
Okay, you did an amazing job, by the way. So it's not like a whole lot that I can add. But I did listen to the YouTube video, and in the YouTube video, it reminded me of something that I'm doing. If we're going to be totally candid, I am stuck on a 5-in-1 because I enjoy the structure of a 5-in-1. And in this program, in this element, it helped me to appreciate the need to go ahead and take that step and go into another phase, because that's what we're supposed to be doing, working on getting into optimal health. So I know I need to move past it. I don't want to get off the baby food, so to speak. You know, that's the beginning stage where we're learning, and trust myself and trust the program, because it does work and get you in for transition into optimal health, working on more of a steadier exercise routine and etc. to have a long-term goal is what I'm saying. And I really like on page 163, well 162, it says 3 key points in creating a healthy weight, and that is focus on your focus will be on building health. So this is something that I need to create for myself, and it's going to help me to stay motivated. And you talked about that structural tension chart. So it's something that I'm going to do, sit down and make myself a structural tension to see where I am right now, which is pretty comfortable, but I know I can do better. Because we're always trying to get what? 1% better. And then the third point, it says your healthy weight will be built on learning a series of new habits, which will create new behaviors that will make managing your weight much easier. Unlike willpower, which cannot be counted on during tough days, habits actually transform your previous actions into an automated state of new choices that require little thought and yet support long-term health. So that's really where I am and what I need to do. So I really appreciated this element because it's helping me to see I need to really grow more. I need to work on myself. So thank you so much. You did an amazing job.
Thank you, Carol, and I appreciated those points. Thank you for sharing that. Awesome. I think we're on the same page. We got to get past this optimal, this 5 and 1 stage, right? Phase 1. Okay. Let's hear from James, and then we'll hear from Blasi next.
What's up? What up, everybody? Good evening or good afternoon. So what I kind of took from this element, what I appreciate about it is your path to a healthy weight. As a health coach, this is beneficial. But personally, and kind of my story, I've never struggled with my weight. And so this is one of the things when I was going through this element, well, let me take a step back. First, I do love, and you brought it out, Stan, how they talked about 85% of people that go on a diet gain their weight back. And then some within 2 years. The only habit they ever create is the habit of dieting over and over, and it's insanity. So that's one thing I appreciate that point. And I share that a lot. Probably every time I'm talking to a potential client or a current client or someone that's interested in our program, I'm always sharing what really separates our program from everything else out there and why people are so successful with this thing long-term is one, becoming a coach, but also is that we don't focus on dieting. Instead, we focus on creating healthy habits. And you mentioned that, making this a lifestyle. And so for me, I did come in and I did do the weight loss plan just so I can experience it, because I knew I wanted to help and coach a lot of people, because there's so many people in my family and country, in this country and community, that struggle with their weight. But what I appreciate about our program is the different phases. And that was something that really stood out to me when I even decided to do this program and coach it, was because I've seen my mom, I've seen family do diets their whole life and nothing never worked. They would lose some weight, gain it back, lose some weight. As soon as they stopped, they would go right back. And what they did not have is they didn't have a program that had a phase 2, a phase 3, and a phase 4. There's a lot of stuff out there, and I'm not going to knock things, because there's things out there that work and you could lose weight, but they don't teach you beyond that. They may go to maybe phase 2, definitely phase 1. But then once they lose the weight, well, then what next? Like, what's the practical steps? How do I maintain it, keep it off? And so what I love about OptiV is that we focus on weight loss is just the first step towards reaching becoming healthy. And then we focus on optimization. And that's where I'm currently at. Even at 37, I am not at my best health. I have a long way to optimize where I want to be in my health in my life. So that's why I'm still in phase 3. And then phase 4 is longevity, living a longer, healthier life. I don't know many programs that really focus and teach you how to lose the weight, get healthy, maintain it, keep it off, optimize, live a longer, healthier life.
Awesome, James. Awesome. I don't know any other programs like this either. That's what I mean. I mean, man, you know, but let's hear from Blasi, please.
I know that with this program, first of all, I had to think about what I wanted to do, what I wanted to get out of the program. And then a couple of weeks ago, I had a setback, and it was serious to me because it dealt with it was health issues that I was dealing with both me and my husband. And to me, that took precedence over everything. But then I had to rein it back in. I had to think about what triggered me to want to lose weight in the first place. And what am I doing that's gonna get in my way of doing that? And so once I talked to my coach with the stand, I talked to him and we figured it out. And so now I started back and I'm back on program. I just had to quit everything cold turkey and start back on the program.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Blasi. See the path. We're creating our path, and that's what we want to take away. Ina, please, let's hear from Ina. And you're doing a great job, by the way, Blasi. Keep it up.
Yes, most of y'all know my struggle with my weight. And my important struggle was food, my relationship with food. Here it says, I gotta put my glasses on. Getting started by So my thing was white rice, cakes, ice cream. So after I talked to Stan about these things, and he said, what are you trying to reach? What is your goal? And my goal is to stay on track. And I had got off a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. Yes, because I was getting stressed out, you know. So I'm back on track now. I'm learning to weigh my food, like my coach says. I'm learning to weigh teaspoons, tablespoons, half. Woo, it's a mind-blowing, but I can do it, I know, because I got the right coach. I got the right friends. All my friends here, my family, Optavera family is here to help. If I can't get Stan, I get Sylvia. If I can't get Sylvia, I get James. If I can't get James, don't see her, but some other people. So it is, and I went out to lunch today with my family. I did it. I did it, okay? So I'm gonna be talking to you more, and I got my doctor health. My sugar is good, my cholesterol, I don't have to get on no cholesterol medicine, yay! That was my goal, not to get on cholesterol medicine, and I did it. And I did it because of you in my life. I'm changing, and I have people telling me my diet. It is not a diet. It is a diet. It is not a diet. And I had to think, you know what's going, this is not going good. So, okay. And I had to count to 3.
Yeah, don't do that to us right now. I know. Don't do that to us. We keep the tears in right now, okay?
Yeah. So I just had to let it go, just like you said. Let it go.
We'll cry with you too, Ina. We all a family. We all, you know, we all got it. Let's hear from Donna. Thank you for sharing, Ina. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Yeah, I was just going to say what I liked about the element is that when I was going over this earlier today, I realized that I've reached 2 of the goals in this, which is the body fat within the right range for the weight loss that I'm at. For the waist, I'm in the right range for where I should be at with my weight loss, which has been 50 pounds, but I'm not at the BMI. So you can't just look at one part of this and say, okay, I've met where I want to be, and then, you know, start maintenance. You have to reach all of them, you know, and BMI is important. So I know I still have work to do, you know, so it's a good gauge the way they lay this out. They don't just give you one, you know, goal to reach and then, okay, you're there, hala, but you have to meet all of them to really be at that healthy point.
That's an amazing point, Donna. You are so right. And see, we sometimes we may come in and say, I want to rush to get the maintenance, but it's called taking baby steps. Take baby steps. Take your time, because the transformation is not an overnight thing. You know, the only thing that's overnight is the weight we put on and everything else. But this is not an overnight transformation. We have to be patient with ourselves. Thank you for bringing that out, Donna. Anyone else have anything to share? We really appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for being here. That it helps me to get up here and present. I would hate for it to be an empty room here. Well, thank you all. Continue to do well on your journey. I saw different phases. Stick to all the phases. Make it all the way through. Your path is just that. It's your path. Let's turn it over to James.
All right. That was amazing. You guys, can we please throw some love in the chat for Stan? Let's throw a whole bunch of 7s in the chat for Stan for leading us tonight on that element on your path to a healthy weight. It's an amazing element. Looking forward to next week. I don't know if it's next week, the first Tuesday of the month. Let me see. Let me check my. Oh, no. We still got some time. I'm trying to end this month already. But yeah, your path to a healthy weight, which is amazing. I love this element because I love our program. Because again, I've never struggled with my weight, but I might, shoot myself for saying this. But with the people I've been working with our program, weight loss is simple. Losing weight is very, very easy on this program. Because you just eat the food, you drink the water. I've never, in the 5 years I've been coaching this thing, I've never, and this is thousands of clients, you guys, I've never heard it not work, unless there's some type of like crazy medical issue, but I've never heard it not work. And there really is no true plateau. If you get in fat burn and you stay in fat burn, the way the program is designed, according to the guide, not what you see on YouTube, not your own hacks and things, but if you follow the program the way it's designed on the guide, we should see weight loss every single week. And then what I love about it is that it's predictable results, predictable transformation. And we know it because we hear the stories. We hear so many different stories of how people's done amazing things when it comes to the weight loss and then moving beyond that to optimization and longevity. So Stan, thanks again for handling that, man. I really do appreciate you. And then everyone else for sharing, for your comments. Thank you for being here and being open and sharing your story with us. So we'll see you guys next week. We'll go over element 7 on creating a new leptogenic world. And that's a really cool element. I had to look that word up. I feel like every time I go over this element, we have to look up that word. But with all the stuff going on in life, with advertisements and fast food and just everything going on, how do we still create health? How do we still get healthy? So we'll talk about that next week through that element. So we are going to transition into our coaching call. Again, you guys, clients, you are always more than welcome to stay as we transition to our coaching call. We'll be doing that for the next 25 minutes or so. Cool. All right. Love it. Love it. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday evening coaching call and our coaching team huddle. So good seeing everybody. We'll just do a quick survey and see who's on, or should I say who's not on? No, I'm just kidding. One of the things my coach taught me is, James, hold on, let me let Maria in. I remember my coach told me this a lot, is James, focus on the ones that show up. Focus on the ones that show up. And that's one of the things that over the years, we've really, because it would really, and it was a clay thing, something I had to work on. It would get underneath my skin. But one of the things he really helped me focus on is focus on the ones that show up. because those are the ones that want it, because they show up. So excited to see the boxes and squares that are here. And I'm super pumped and excited because this is convention week. And I'm actually flying out tomorrow. Flora and I are leaving in the morning. I think our plane leaves at 12 o'clock, and we'll be there tomorrow in Atlanta. For those, if we have any clients that stayed on. So annually, Optavia hosts a national convention. Actually, now it's international, because since Optavia went into Asia, it's not only a national convention, it's international. So it's our annual convention, and they sold out the State Farm Arena. That's where the professional basketball team play, the Atlanta Hawks. That seats 20,000 people, and this is a sold out event. So we are expecting 20 to 25,000 people from around the country for this. But it's really cool because Dr. A will be there. Dan Bell, who created our business model and our compensation plan, he's going to be there and talking about compensation and pay. So that's something you guys definitely want to hear and see. Dr. A is going to be there. He always does a special talk on health and where we're at in the world with health. So that's going to be really good. That's open for clients to jump on. And Nick Johnson, the president of Optavia, all the board of directors. This is the biggest event in Optavia. And I tell every single coach that if you're serious about building this business and you're serious about wanting to use this vehicle to help you accomplish your goals and dreams in life, I say this is one of those things that's kind of mandatory. It's kind of mandatory if you're serious. If not, it's kind of a little, something that you don't really care about, then, it's not necessarily necessary for you. But even if you just want to kind of get a bigger idea, bigger picture than, what we do, I think this is the best event to attend. So a lot of our coaches here are going to be there in person. A lot of us are going to be virtual, which is still going to be very, very impactful and very fun. So I'm kind of stalling because I had a few people that were going to come on and help me tonight. And I see two of them. So we're going to have, let's see, I know tomorrow you got your meeting tonight. So maybe if you can, we'll have you come on first if possible. But I asked a few coaches that's been to national convention, that's been to this event, to come on and share and give you guys a few, just kind of some encouragement, what to look for, what to expect, some of their experiences that they've had, and then give you guys 2 or 3 points that you can use and apply into your business and to your life for this event. And this works whether you guys are attending in person or virtually. Cool? So first we'll have on Tamar. Can you come on? Off mute. Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, we might have to come back to Tamar. So Tamar is actually in the airport.
I'm here.
Oh, no. You don't look like you're in the airport.
Nah, my flight got delayed.
Oh, okay.
All right, so.
All right, cool. Go ahead, Tamar.
But yeah, so you want me to bring out some main points as far as with the convention?
Yeah, maybe some of your experiences, what you got out of convention. Just give for these new people that this is their first time, their first event. What to expect? What are some of your experiences, and maybe 2 or 3 points that you can share with them? Something they can take away to make this a very impactful and effective event for them.
Yeah. So as far as the convention, it's all like really encouraging, a lot of excitement, a lot of motivation. They have a lot of top speakers that get on and just talk about, a lot of it is dealing with mindfulness, kind of similar to what we had our Blitz and other trainings that Jamil threw for us. So they focus more on our own mental chatter. And of course, they start also talking about the business. A lot of times people get on and talk about their journey as far as how they even started their own business. So it's like a variety of different things that I enjoyed. What I enjoyed a lot was a lot of people testimonies when they went on there, and I just heard all the things that they went through, and it made me reflect on my life of, ways I can do more, because a lot of people get on there and they talk about maybe family issues, divorce, or their child is sick, but they just kept pushing through. So it did encourage me when I went last year, just like, no matter what happens around you, just keep going, don't stop, be very consistent. and just bring a better impact. And by you doing that impact, it actually encourages you as well to keep going, you know, because it's kind of like, yeah, you're going through a stressful time, but, you know, by doing something that's impactful, sharing your journey, living out loud, being healthy, it brings positive energy, right? So that's what I took from it. And it was really cool. And everybody there was like super kind. Like, and that's what I did like too. It was so big. I know this year's going to be even bigger. But people just come up to you and they're just like, what is your story? And I love that. So it's just like, everybody just want to know like what you're doing and, you know, how long you've been a coach. So I did love that as well. So as far as impact, I guess points to take away is just write a lot of notes, take down a lot of notes. You will feel like you just want to be active. I know when I went last year, I was doing health assessments and brought on coaches. It gets you hyped. So, you know, a lot of people, you're going to see them working and multitasking while they're there, because it's kind of like, yeah, we're at convention, but that doesn't mean like your business pause, because, you know, we're entrepreneurs. We're going to keep going regardless. So that's kind of roughly it. That's what I enjoyed and took away, and I can't wait for to be there on Thursday.
I love it. So good. So good. And so Tamara went last year, kind of just with us and our group and our team. And I know Tamara's pumped up because now she has a group. She has a team that she's bringing to convention. And so for all those coaches, I'm in the group with you guys, so I see how pumped up and excited you guys are about this. So this is going to be really, really fun, really fun, exciting. Cool. Couple things I heard Tamara mention is she said people come up to you and ask your story, and that is so true, so true. You might have someone. So for those that are going in person, be prepared to share your story. Somebody might walk up to you and say, "Hey, what's your story?" And that's really what they want to hear is your story, on how your life is transforming, what this done for you. And then, of course, naturally, you'll probably ask them back, well, what's your story? And it's just so fun to hear all these the stories in the room. Cool. So let's move on, because we have someone else that's been to a few national conventions, and she's going to come on and share with you guys. My better half, Flora, you want to jump on and give us a little bit of. Oh, she's texting me. She has 2%, so her battery might die. Go ahead, Flora.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, my phone is dying and I'm running errands before our flight, so I apologize. I'm in the car. I hope you can hear me okay. So just a few things I wanted to share. So like to piggyback off what Tamara said, it's super exciting. You know, you're talking about your business. People are sharing their stories, their experiences, the things that have worked for them. So you just get really pumped up and you're like, oh, you know, I need to message this person. So yeah, that's great. But you also want to be present as well, because you don't want to miss anything that might help you, cause a breakthrough. So maybe if you think of someone, write it down on your notes and come back to it, or, shoot somebody a quick message. But be fully present if you're able to, because you're going to hear so many gems in terms of experiences. Like Tamara said, their stories, the things that they went through. And some of them might really resonate with you. I know I related so much to some of the nurses and healthcare providers. I'm just like, man, like nothing against them. They seem like amazing people, but they're not particularly more special than I am. They're not particularly more special than James is. These are people like the rest of us. So we can definitely do, whatever we want to do, and whatever we can imagine, we can achieve it. So that's kind of how it helped me, because I really was able to relate to some of these experiences. Like James said, be prepared to tell your story. People will ask you. And obviously, we share everybody's picture, and you might see somebody that you've shared a picture before and after. So if you see somebody, if you meet someone that's particularly inspiring to you, take a picture with them. That way, when we get back, you can post that picture of you with that person and share their transformation. And they can do that with your transformation as well, because some of you here have amazing transformations yourselves. So people are going to want to take pictures with you. Like, hey, I've seen you. I've used your before and after before. Let's take a picture. So take lots of pictures, try to be present, take lots of notes. And if you run into a leader or, whoever that you've seen before on a training, and, they're available, you walk up to them and ask questions. They're ready for that. They're prepared for that. And they're more than willing to help and give advice, even if we're on different teams. So don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. There's no such thing as a dumb question, as we all know. So go up to them and ask them, if there's something you're struggling with, or you just want to pick their brain, just ask them and take a picture with them and make the best of that moment. So I think that's what I got. But enjoy it. I'm so excited for the house. I'm super, super excited to be with everyone. And sometimes when the real breakthroughs happen are when we're chatting in the middle of the night after an event. So that's, you know, I'm just looking forward to that so much, and finally meeting everyone in person and just having brotherhood. So I'm super excited. So I can't wait to see you guys. That's all I got.
So good. Let's go. Man, she actually had a few points that I was going to share with you guys, and she took half the things I was going to say. Man, my goodness. But she delivered it a lot better than I even could. So good. Very, very nice. Thanks, Flora, for honey. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, we had a couple other guys, but they're not with us. I know they were had some plans, so they were going to try to jump on, Shadon and Al, but because they have also been to a few conventions. So, but we'll see them. I know they've been to a few conventions, and they'll both be there as well. Cool. So let's see. We have a few more minutes, and I'll just kind of in our groups. I posted. Actually, I do. One thing I heard from Flora, she said a word a few times. You guys, there was a word she said, and there was a word she said a few times, and that word was breakthrough. That word was breakthrough. And the reason why I wrote that word down, and Flora said it about 3-4 times, is because, and this is why, for anybody that I was working with, I was trying so hard to get anybody and everybody to convention. And the reason why is because at these type of events, one, leaders are built. Leaders are always built. For those that are going to be attending, you guys are going to hear from the mouths of the people that are built incredible business and have huge impact. What they're going to say is, I didn't know how I was going to make it. I couldn't afford it. I didn't know what I was going to do with the kids, but I found out a way, and I came to this event and I heard something. And from that, I went home and had a breakthrough. And literally their lives have completely been transformed from events like this. They've had breakthroughs. And so this is why Flora and I, and your coaches, if you have coach, your coach was working so hard to get you there, because these are the type of events where breakthroughs happen. It could be just one thing. It could be one thing that you're either doing or not doing in your business that's holding you back from getting to that next step or that next level. And it's usually events like this to where you hear it and you have an aha moment and you have a breakthrough and you're like, wow, why don't I just try doing that this way? And then you come home, you implement it, and it's like, boom. And we see that happening all the time. It happened with me. It happened with me and Flora. I went to this event. I was only coaching 2 weeks, you guys. And we did not have the money. Flora did not think I needed to be going. We had to put all of it on a credit card, because before I started coaching, we financially could not afford it. And I went to that event in 2 weeks as a coach. And if it wasn't for me attending that event, I wouldn't be here 5 years later, because that really opened my eyes and I really saw what was possible. Flora said it. I saw these people walking across stage. I saw these people sharing their testimonies and stories, and they're amazing. What they've accomplished is amazing, but these people are no different than you guys. They're no different than me. They're no different than Charles, than Jessica, than Tamara, Vivi, Don. They're no different than you guys. You only did they've just were consistent, and they shared their story with a lot of people, and they put the work in. But when it comes to them as a person, and nothing against them, I was like, oh my goodness. After I heard these stories, I said, well, if they can do it, why not me? Why not me? Why not Sylvia? Why not Nelly? Why can't Donna next year this time be, walking across stage? And it's not even about the, the recognition, the money like that, but just the impact that we're able to create with this vehicle. Why not? Cool. I was trying to see if these guys would jump on. Nope. Okay. So a few other points I have. Flora mentioned it, you guys, and I'm just going to tag on a little bit longer. She said, take a lot of pictures, whether you're doing this in person or virtually. Take a lot of pictures. This is your content. When people say, well, I don't know what to post on social media, I don't know what to share, post and share what you're doing. Talk about these events that you're going to, how you've invested into yourself, into your business for these type of seminars, and talk about that, share that, go live. one of the best things you can do is go live at the event and show all the excitement things that are happening there. Maybe a few things that you've heard, that you've learned, that you want to implement in your own health and your business. Go live, share a lot of pictures. Another thing I wrote down, Flor said, is when you talk to somebody and they share their story, ask them if you can take a picture with them. Because now when you share their before and after, and you share a picture with them, that's a lot more impactful than just sharing a before and after. So you guys, pretty much in that room, in that 20,000 people, probably about 98%, 99% of those people have had some type of progress on our program. So everybody in there will have a story, whether it's healthy body, healthy mind, or healthy finances. They will have a story. So ask and take pictures. Another tip suggestion I have for you guys, for those that are in person, if you're going to be taking Ubers or Lyft or any ride share, or you're going out to eat at restaurants, talking to the servers, Optavia is about to take over downtown Atlanta. There's going to be billboards. There's going to be posters on the streets. There's the floor. Optavia is going to take over downtown Atlanta. We're using the biggest stadium. So everybody in downtown is going to wonder, who are these people walking around with these badges that are so pumped up and excited? So as you get into these Ubers, as you're talking to your servers, be bold and share your story. Every single time I get into an Uber, especially at events, I'm talking to these people, because Uber drivers, I was an Uber driver, guys. I was once that before I started coaching. And most of them, not all of them, but most of them are entrepreneurs. They do not want to, they love the flexibility, and they're able to make their own schedule. They get to stop when they want to stop working. They get to work as much as they want to work to make as much money as they can. They have a little bit of entrepreneur spirit. And one thing I've learned about Uber drivers is nobody that I've talked to wants to be a career Uber driver. So this is a great, great opportunity to share the coaching business with them. Just recently, we've had 2 people that were in the Fraser Rank Up call over the last few months that were introduced to a coach last year at convention. One of them actually got on the call. He was an Uber driver. And then another girl was just walking down the street, and she asked some coaches, who are you guys and what are you guys doing? And she just got celebrated a couple months ago as executive director. And that's just because somebody shared their story with them. So Atlanta's going to wonder, who are all these health coaches, and what is this health movement you guys are all talking about? So make sure you guys take advantage and talk to these people and share your story. For those that will be on virtually, the biggest tip I have for you, because a couple years ago, we had to do convention virtually because of COVID. I think that was 2 years ago. Everybody was virtual. And one of the biggest tip suggestions they have is to cut out all distractions. Cut out distractions. Try your best to cut out distractions. Do not try to multitask. If you possibly can, put the kids in the closet so that you can focus. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. That was a joke. But so that you can.
Oh, you don't understand. I will actually do that.
No, don't put your kids in the closet. But talk to either your significant other. If you can't get a babysitter, whatever you got to do to focus. You guys, when you invested into this is a business event. This event is designed to help move you and your business forward and move to the next level. So go into this event with that mindset, whether you're going virtually or in person. I am coming to this event to learn, and so that I can learn how to move my health, my business, and my life to that next level. And so that takes me to the next point is, go into this event knowing what you want to get out of it and expect something out of this event. If you go to this event, whether you're virtually or in person, and just say, well, I just want to check this thing out. I just want to see what this thing is all about. Or I'm only going because James was pestering me and convinced me to go. But go into this event and to expect to get something out of it. Whatever it is, whether it's you want to move forward in your own personal health, go into this event with that mindset. Whether it's I want to learn how to reach the next level or rank in my business. I want to learn how to become a business leader. I want to learn how to become a business coach. I want to learn how to acquire more clients. I want to learn how to better support my clients. I want to learn how to acquire coaches. For some reason, I just can't bring coaches on my team. Well, maybe I am bringing on coaches, but I don't know how to properly support them and help them get to, or how to awaken them and how to motivate them, how to inspire them. Whatever it is you want to get out of this, go into this event with something, 2 or 3 things that you want to get out of it. Okay. And then the last thing I have, we have a few more minutes, and then I'll just kind of leave it open for anybody if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Actually, that's it. That's all I have. Again, I posted convention tips in our group. So there's 2 documents. There's one that says whether you're going virtually or in person, what to expect or what to know before you go. So look at that document, a lot of helpful information on there. And then there's also another one. Sabrina May actually put this together. She's so good, but she put together a document that has all types of convention tips and suggestions. A lot of stuff I just said I got from there, but everything pretty much is on there. She even put what the weather is going to be like, which is really, really cool. What to expect for dress, all the different events. So it's really cool. So look at that. Oh, I did want to share one thing before we open it up is, let's see, Florence texted me. Maybe I'm missing something. On Friday, we're going to be doing our team night. So usually Jamil does a team night every Friday. This year, he's not doing anything. So we're actually going to partner with Sabrina May and her team, and we're going to be doing a team night Friday night. So you guys know general session is throughout the day, and then Fridays where we get together, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have it catered. We're going to bring in a bunch of food. Floor's paying for it all for you guys, so make sure you guys come. But it's going to be catered, have food, music, drinks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So excited for that. So I'll put the details in the chat for those that are going in person, what we're doing for our team night. And then I do know, I put this in the group. I don't know if you guys saw it. On Thursday, if you're coming in early on Thursday, Tamar and her group are going to the aquarium, which I heard is the biggest aquarium in the United States, which is really cool on Thursday. So that information is there. So if you guys are flying in or coming in early on Thursday, we're planning on doing that. So Flora and I will also be there with Tamar and her group at the Georgia Aquarium. Cool. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Whether you're going virtually, you're going in person, does anybody have any questions before we wrap up? Questions, concerns, comments, anything?
I want to go to the aquarium.
Flora said, if anyone have any questions about the house, you guys can come off mute too and maybe ask, because we got a big house. A lot of us are going to be staying at. Donna, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a question about the streaming. Are they going to send us a like a log on Zoom thing, or is that in this that I got, know before you go?
Yeah, good question. So, and this is a question for even those that registered in person. Everybody is going to get, if you registered virtually or in person, you should be getting those probably tomorrow. They're probably gonna be sending out tomorrow. They're gonna send you a link so that with all the information so that you can log in and watch everything live. There's a date to when everything is going to be available, the recordings and playback. So for any reason, there's, you missed something and you really, really wanted to hear it or see it. And the agenda, they're going to send you the agenda, the talks. I think it even has a speaker. So you guys expect to hear from the Doug Woods, the Dan Valentines, the best of the best. But if you guys want to hear certain people and you miss it, you're able to watch the recordings and playbacks, but that's only available if you register. So Donna, to answer your question, you should be receiving that tonight, if you haven't, either tonight or tomorrow, the link so that you can get into the live stream.
Okay.
Thank you. And then even the person that registered, even the people that registered in person, you're also going to get a link to that as well. Stanley.
Question about the app. I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but I downloaded the Optavia Convention app, but it's not working properly for me. I don't know if anyone else is having that issue. It always says there's like some type of error or something in here. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I don't. I actually haven't even downloaded the app yet. I am in the Facebook group, but yeah, I can help you with that, Stanley. I haven't even downloaded the app yet. I was actually going to go through all that stuff tonight. So I'll see if it does it for me and see what happens. See if that helps. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else has downloaded or used it yet. But yeah, that's cool. Is that there's an app for the convention with all kind of stuff going on. There's a Facebook group. So you guys add yourself to the Facebook group, and this is whether you're going in person or virtually. There's also a text message alert. Did you guys see that and opt in for the text message alert? They're going to be letting you know what's going on, like all the hours of the event as it's going on, like signing with Dr. A over here or on the virtual, jump on now because this happened. So there's going to be all type of alerts and stuff going out throughout this event. So make sure you guys join the text message alert as well. All right, anybody else? Oh, we got Carol and then Vivi.
So can I just ask one quick question? So when we're not at the house, so we're at the Marriott, we'll know next year to wait patiently, but I had already booked that. So we're at the Marriott, and how would we get with you guys if we wanted to all kind of stay together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so good question, Carol. So what I did is I created a messenger group. If you guys saw it, it's on Messenger. I created a messenger group for everybody that's going in person, so that if we're taking pictures, we can share with each other. If we're going to this event or team night or whatever's going on, we can all stay in contact. But Carol, I was not going to allow you, Ricky, Shirley, and Nelly to go all the way to Atlanta and not join us. So you will definitely be included in everything that's going on.
Well, I should hope so if I'm coming all of that way. Just saying.
Yeah, oh, of course. And then you guys, there's also 2 groups in the Jamil Frazier organization. There's a lot of groups so we can stay involved. You guys know what's going on. There's an in-person group and there's a virtual group on Facebook Messenger. So if you're attending virtually, if you're not in that, message your coach like now or tonight to get me in that group. I think everybody in the in-person one is there. And then if you registered virtually, if you're not in that group, let your coach know so that they can get you into that group. And then if you guys have coaches that are not here, make sure you get them in those groups so that they kind of know and they feel involved and they know what's going on. They have that sense of community. And it's going to be important for this event because with 20,000 people, an event this big, it's easy to get lost because it's going to be a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, Vivi.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm already in the virtual, like the group, the Facebook. Yeah, they just talk.
You're on the Messenger group.
Okay.
You're on the Messenger group. I'll send you the link so that you can get into the Facebook group. I don't know if you're in that, but I know for sure you're in the virtual group because I added you to that.
Oh, okay. So I think that's what I got today. And
yeah.
In the virtual group, there's going to be a record, right? If you miss something, I can just come back home when I finish teaching and just go and look at it.
So Optavia, it's not going to be in the group. Optavia is going to text you a link and a login.
Okay.
And then with that link, you're going to be able to log in and listen to all the recordings and all the playbacks.
Okay.
That's going to be sent to you in your email.
Got it.
You're also in your email, you're going to receive a link so that you can watch everything live.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that should go out, I think, either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else? You guys excited? Shadon, go for it.
Well, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh, my God. We're almost here. This is going to be so exciting. Yay. Yes, I'm really excited. I got some people that I will finally get to meet in person and be able to have a good time. This is going to be very mind opening at the same time with this event. So be prepared to come back and be on a different level than what you were when you came in. I'm only saying that because that's how it was for me and every time we go. But it's going to be really enjoyable, and you're going to get to really see the community of the whole Optavia all together. So it's going to be great because every time we go, we meet more people and we get added to more groups, and we get to see these other groups at the same time. So this is going to be really fun. So everyone who didn't get to make it this time, it's okay. Don't feel bad. Next time, you're going to be with us, right? I don't see no head shaking. I just see everybody looking at me. Y'all going to be with us, or y'all just going to look at the screen like, I don't know. Huh? Yes, yes. Can I see thumbs up? I need to see all thumbs up. That's 1, 2. I'm still waiting. I'm about to call out names. I'm still waiting. Okay, I'm about to call out names. Okay, if I don't see a thumbs up, I'm calling your name. Oh, don't scratch your back. You need to put your thumb up. Don't scratch your back. Put your thumb up. Oh, y'all turn off camera. Y'all think y'all slick. Okay. All right. That's fantastic. So next year we're gonna be even more us, and it's gonna be even more fun. So I'm excited for next year. All right. That's all I got to say.
Love it. So good. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys for being on tonight. Actually, I do want to throw this out there. I'm going to throw this out before I finish, and it'll be real quick. If for any reason you are not going in person and you did not get a chance to register virtually, message your coach or message me, and we'll find a way to get you so that you can still join in virtually. But I think pretty much everyone here looks like it's either in person or virtual. So if you guys have any coaches or clients that you guys want to share this with and that you feel could benefit, let me know or let your coach know. And we will figure out a way where we can get people to tie in virtually, even if we got to, play it on Zoom, share the screen and go live that way. We'll figure out a way to make it happen. Cool. All right, you guys, everybody have a great night. For those, we'll see you guys tomorrow. There's a flying in tomorrow. And then for those virtual, we'll see you guys virtually. You guys enjoy convention, and let's have some breakthroughs. Let's have a lot of fun. Let's also have a lot of breakthroughs. Good night, everyone.
Can't wait to
see y'all Thursday morning.
See y'all Thursday night.
Yes.
You're all beautiful.